Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Hello, all you paranormal freaks. It's the last Saturday of the month, and you know what that means. The veil is at its thinnest. So if you're brave enough, all of you hitchers and drifters, load up for a ride with Golden J and Logan as they traverse to the other side.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
his co-host and future ghost, Just Logan.
What is going on?
You know, just battling the crud. And,
man.
Working and doing that online grind.
I hope that I don't have too many sniffles and sneezes. It is bad over here. I hate it.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. Somehow it was like I'm congested and also have a runny nose at the same fucking time. And fucking like make up your fucking mind.
Yeah,
one or the other, please.
I love it. You lay down and go to sleep, and all of a sudden the snot running down the side of your face.
Dude,
it's lovely.
It was so bad. I think it was either Monday or it might have been yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was so fucking bad that I went to sleep barely being able to breathe. Every dream I had that night was like me not being able to breathe. And the last dream I had was me doing a podcast with like Matt and somebody else. And like I'm having such a hard time breathing that I fell asleep in my dream. And then woke up in my dream and was like, did I fall asleep while we're podcasting? Like, yeah, it's fine. We finished it up without you. And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, when you fall asleep in a dream, where the fuck do you go then?
Yeah, what do you dream about in your dream?
I'm fucking... In my dream, it just went fucking black. And then, like, I came to and I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck did I fall asleep in a dream?
The funny thing about when you're sick, you know, you take medication to kind of keep you clear throughout the day. But that medication for me stays in my body. And then at night, I just have the weirdest fucking dreams. Like, I had a dream that I lost Sophia the other night, and I woke up in a panic, and I'm like, it's just a dream. It's just a dream.
Oh, yeah,
it's just shit like that. Oh, my God, it drives me nuts.
Fucking fever dreams, man. Fucking wild.
Well, speaking of wild shit, man, you guys got, what, 6 inches of snow?
Fucking so stupid. So fucking stupid. Hey, I'll tell you what, I deserve an award because not only did, like, I participate, but like I set an alarm to where I got up because I was like, fuck it. Kayla hasn't seen snow that deep. The kids have never seen snow.
Right.
And I was like, fuck it. I'll get up. I'll do it. I went out there. None of us have gloves because we don't fucking need them ever.
Right.
So I'm rolling up socks and putting them on the kids' hands, putting socks on my hands. Went out there and rolled a natural fucking snowman. And let me tell you, nothing impresses fucking Texans than a natural, like, snowman. They're like, how did you do that? I'm like, I fucking rolled the snow.
See all the grass in it?
People were fucking walking by and being like, that's a snowman. That's amazing. It had charcoal eyes and the fucking carrot nose and everything. And they were like, God damn it, it's a snowman. My youngest, Sabrina, was outside for less than fucking 3 minutes and was just like, no. She was like, let me back in the house. And I was like, that's fine. I was like, I feel that. I don't know all about it. But yeah, I shut this hoe down for 2 days.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, you guys don't know how to deal with that down there.
I mean, we don't have plow trucks. We don't have salt trucks. Like, we ain't got shit. Everywhere we go is high bridges. That's the last thing you fucking want Texans on with all this shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you guys have gotten more snow than we've got.
That's fucking crazy. People are like, global warming. Something's fucking changing, homie. Like, This shit ain't normal. When I
Yeah.
first moved to Texas, they're like, we hadn't had a hurricane in 60 years. I moved to Texas, get hit by a hurricane, and they ain't fucking stopped since. It's
Yep,
like
they just keep
30,
coming.
50 years. Oh shit, we get one every fucking 2 at least every year now. It was like,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
wild.
and they're coming right up the Gulf of America there, and
Yeah, fucking New York getting rocked by a fucking hurricane is fucking wild.
yeah,
Like I said, growing up in Indiana, it was never a fucking winter or fucking just Christmas or the winter months without snow, and
Right.
like stupid amount of snow. So it's fucking that's wild.
yeah, and we haven't seen. I mean, we've had a couple like single days where it's that has dropped a good 4, 5, 6 inches, um, and then it's cold enough around here that it lasts, but we just haven't seen it like. What was it? Let's see. We're recording this on Thursday, the January 30th.
30th, yeah.
And I do believe it was, I want to say it was yesterday, but it might have been the day before, was the anniversary of the blizzard of 78, where we got dropped on like 30 inches of snow or some shit like
insane.
that. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember the blizzard of 78. I was very, very, very young. But I remember the side road out there by my mom's house where the drifts were, 6, 8 feet above the top of the car.
Massive. Yeah.
Oh, insane.
No, it's wild. It's like when I lived in Germany, man. Like we'd go on these mountains, like where like it'd snow and fucking like you couldn't open a door because there's fucking 4 to like 5 foot of fucking snow pushed up against it, and shit like that. So it's fucking. Like I said, every Christmas in Indiana when I was a kid, it was snow. Multiple snow days at school, like just locked up. And even when I was living there not too long ago, it's been over a decade now. But like it was even snowing less then.
It was.
Because I was ready for like all this fucking snow and shit. And it was like, it's there, but just for like a day or two and then it's fucking gone. Here it fucking snowed. We got fucking 6 inches, and then 2 days later it's 70 fucking degrees outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna ask how long it actually stuck around.
Not long at all.
Yeah. I didn't figure it would. I actually figured the next day most of it would be gone. But
that day it fucking like it warmed up and started to melt a lot of it. The problem was that night we hit below freezing again, so all that fucking melted snow turned to fucking ice.
Yep.
And that's the day where there was the most accidents and fucking like stupid shit. People dying on 4-wheelers, playing in it. We had a local guy die because he was driving his motorcycle in it. You're just like, come on, guys, let's not.
Right.
2 wheels and snow, man. Like, no.
It doesn't mix well. I've seen it. I've seen it in Indiana.
Seen it too.
Yeah.
But like it's one thing to see it up north where somebody's like, I was born and raised in the snow. But like down here, it's like, this is the first time we've ever had this for like 50 fucking plus years. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go get on my Honda.
Yeah. Yeah. When I bartended, there was a guy that come in there and he rode you around. He said the only way that he didn't ride is if there was ice on the actual road. But other than that, he rode.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Around.
I got my motorcycle license at 15. It's the only thing I drove till I was in my 20s, until I had a kid and had to get a car. So like if it rained and it was pouring its ass off and I had to get to work, I drove it.
Yep.
Didn't have a fucking choice. But like even then, like if it fucking snowed, I'd been like, oh, fuck you. I'm not doing it. I've been in a fucking car and seen a red light and stopping a good block back and still fucking slide through that shit. Yep. And that's in a fucking place where they fucking salt and plow the roads.
Yep.
I fucking tried it in Texas where they're like, every now and then you might hit a street where somebody was like, I'm going to throw sand on the road. And that's going to help.
That gives you a little bit of traction. But
I mean, it is what it is.
The problem is that once you get to a certain degree below freezing, it's, that salt doesn't do shit.
Yeah, it
doesn't melt nothing. It doesn't do anything. So that's why they flip the sand up here, is they just to give a little extra traction, just to
something to grab onto.
Exactly. Any sane person would just fucking stay home, just not worry about it. But you say that earlier you said something about school, snow days.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kid, we looked forward to those, because when I was growing up, we didn't have to worry about makeup days.
Yeah.
It's like, we had a snow day. Well, fuck
Snow
it.
day,
It's,
snow
that's
day.
it.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
it's what it is. And as my kids were growing up, their snow days, they had to make up those days. So a lot of the time they would be going into school into like almost June. And then now they've switched it around since COVID, where everybody's got e-learning. So there is no, they don't even do the built-in snow days anymore. There's like, fucking e-day. It's an e-learning day. So
Fucking
you guys
wild.
are good. It's crazy how we've evolved from that. I remember waking up. It's like, oh, is it going to be a snow day today? Fuck no, we got to go to school.
Ironically, for me in Indiana, when it was a fucking school day, I would still end up at my school because that's where I'd go sledding. So it was like,
yeah, because it was right out your back door.
yeah, it was like I could fucking throw a fucking baseball and it fucking land in the fucking parking lot of my school. So
Exactly.
And also, like, Bob got out there and plowed. For some reason, like, even though the school's closed, he'd plow the fucking parking lot, make that massive fucking hill out there, and he was like, all right, fucking sledded.
Yep, gonna do it.
Yep. So,
well, the back behind that school had a really nice hill too.
yeah,
that
it
we
already had
sledded
a
on.
good hill, and that just added a fucking extra one. It was like,
Yeah,
you're feeling a
exactly.
little dangerous.
Feeling saucy.
Yeah.
Saucy.
Rest in peace, Bob, the best janitor this world ever seen. Fucking, he's a good man. I talk to Caleb about him all the time. I was like, it's gonna sound creepy. I was like, but it wasn't. I was like, I'd eat my lunch down in the fucking radiator room with Bob, and he'd hang out with me. I was like, it sounds creepy. I was like, but it wasn't. It wasn't creepy at all. He was just a good guy.
Hey, we had a couple of those. We had a couple of those at Triton that were that like that.
Well, he
kids
knew
loved
me.
them.
He knew me before I was even at that school because I lived right fucking across there. So, he maintained that grounds all year long. So, like, my little ass would walk over there when I wasn't supposed to.
No, what?
And be out there fucking playing. And, like, he was the one that fucking caught me when I was outside. I went out there, like, it was when my sister was in school, and I wasn't. I walked my ass there when I wasn't supposed to. And I was out there playing in the playground. And he was like, you're supposed to be in class. And I was like, I don't go to school here. And I just walked my ass back to my fucking house.
But he remembered that, did he?
Mm-hmm. He's a good dude.
Right on. Oh, yeah. Crazy. Memories, ladies and gentlemen.
Like I said, snow days and all that shit. Like it makes me sound fucking old, but it's just like it was all better and different back then. It's all gone now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the
Trick or
snow days
treating,
were
everything's all different and gone.
Snow days were something special back then. It was like you had a snow day. I don't know how to
log
explain
on your fucking tablet and get to work.
Yeah. You will sit at the kitchen table, and
that's not a thing. I'll tell you what, that wasn't a thing here. There was 2 days we didn't have, like, snow was like gone, and the school was still like, we're still playing it safe. No, fucking stay on.
One more day.
The kids went to school one day that week. That was it. It was Friday, and I was like, really? We're gonna have them come in on a Friday? It's like this teachers are gonna have a fucking bad time.
Yeah.
The kids are all juiced up from 4 days at home and playing in the snow, and then you're gonna be like, hey guys, I know it's Friday, but let's all get to work. And I'm like, oh, fucking good luck.
Yeah, nobody likes Fridays anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's like all those kids are going to just be screaming about the snow and what they did. Like, you're not getting anything out of them.
It's just good times. Good times. Yeah. Do we have any housekeeping to take care of?
We launched the Ko-fi.
We launched the Ko-fi. We talked about it on this week's episode of United States Paranormal. I also did talk about it on Golden 80s, in case anybody listens to Golden 80s.
Speaking of Golden 80s, I didn't know that I know Milli Vanilli. I did not know Milli Vanilli's whole fucking tragic fucking backstory. Fucking god damn. I didn't know the whole lip syncing and anything and all that shit. Like, I didn't know nothing about any of that.
Of course, I knew about the lip syncing controversy, but diving deep into it, like we did with the documentary and the other stuff, it was like, I think I said it. I was so fucking pissed by the time I was done with that documentary. I mean, I understand, they made a poor choice by going along and doing what they did. They still walked out on that stage and did what they did. I get that. I understand that. But
the boys didn't have a fucking choice at that point. They fucking the worst thing they did was like they signed a contract without reading it.
Yep.
Which, anybody at that age really would have been like, especially in that line of work, would have done it because they're like, one, money, and two, it's a record label.
Yep.
Like,
And that is exactly it. I mean, that is exactly it. The the lure of fame and fortune, in that record contract. They're getting what they wanted, what they've been working towards. And it's like, fuck it, you're gonna pay me what did Brandon say? It ended up being like $20,000.
I think they said it was like we don't know if it was like 20 per each or if they split it down the middle. I would fucking hope it was 20 each, but who knows?
I would hope so, but still, I mean, $10,000 to $20,000 back then was a lot of money.
No, absolutely.
So, I mean, I can see it. I understand why they did it.
That's just your signing on bonus too. So, like, there's like this is your sign on bonus, and like there's more money to come because you're in tour, you're gonna do this,
right?
You're not gonna be in the I guess technically you're not gonna be in the fucking studio because you aren't fucking singing, but like I guess you're gonna have to be at rehearsals and to fucking lip sync and all that shit.
Crazy. But the fact that the record companies didn't take any flack over any of that when they were the ones, with Frank being the mastermind behind it, and then even Arista, knowing they knew, I don't know if I don't think we touched on the fact that, so they hired a manager and the manager gave them a single guy that worked just for them. And he was the one that actually applied for them to get the Grammy. And that's where all the wheels fell off 100% was when he filled that out on a company letterhead for Arista and sent it in, and they were nominated for a fucking Grammy, and that's where it kind of fell apart for them. But the record company knew because they were like, no, don't fill that. Nobody's going for a Grammy. Nobody's going for a Grammy.
Yeah, you don't want, it's one thing to be on, the top 10 and shit like that, but it's a whole nother thing to be getting, a big-ass prestigious award.
Yep.
And because, one, it's they're, you're gonna, you could fuck it up at the Grammys and shit, but on top of that, you're gonna have an artist that actually sang that. Be like, hold on. Technically, I won a fucking Grammy, and then you got motherfuckers willing to, break fucking, NDAs and shit because he's like, no, fuck you. That's a Grammy. That should be mine.
Yep.
Instead, it's going to fucking these two that didn't even fucking sing, and I'm sure all the artists that sang for them didn't know that those two were also musically inclined. So they're like, yeah, no, fuck these two pretty boys, no singing, having ass, getting my Grammy. Meanwhile, the boys were talented. They just fucking were being looked at like, you're a pretty boy. And we got some music already.
Yeah, and they were, they basically were hired to be the dancers and the performers, the dancing bear, so to speak,
It's wild.
Yeah, it was a great, I was excited when, I wasn't excited when we originally talked about it. I'm like, oh, all right, let's do it. And then once I got into it, I'm like, I'm up for this episode. Let's get at it.
That's a good episode.
Yeah.
So I didn't know shit, so I learned a bunch. Listen to it.
Next week, next Golden 80s, the Wonder Bread himself is going to be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about Batman 89.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a longer show.
Yeah.
It's a longer Golden 80s, but it was a lot of fun working with him, giving him a chance to actually do something with other people. He's been doing his podcast now for, I don't know, 16 weeks. I think he's got 16 episodes under his belt. So, but he does all that solo. So it was fun for him to be able to do the banter and have the back and forth and all that. So it was exciting.
I'm excited for it. I fucking love Keaton Batman, man.
Oh,
good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I had to rewatch that.
Oh, absolutely.
And I absolutely loved it. Yeah. And of course, in a couple weeks, J-Double will be making an appearance on the Golden 80s as we get into the never-ending story.
Oh God.
Yeah. She wants to talk about that one, so we're excited for her to come on and do that.
Oh man, she's a fucking horse person too. So there's a scene in that movie for horse that fucking traumatized non-horse people. I'm sure fucking.
Oof. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's that moment in that movie.
Oh yeah, fucking. There's nothing like traumatizing little kids like fucking homeboy screaming at his horse. You're like, you can't give up.
Yeah.
And the horse is like, I'm done, bro.
Yeah. Do you realize the mud's to my neck?
Yeah. He's like, it's to my neck, dog. I don't have arms. They're down there. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Fat ass.
Never ending story, my ass. My story's ending right here in this mud.
It's over.
It's either with you or without you, homie. Either get to paddling or fucking hop on. Like, I don't fucking tell you. That is fucked. That was a pretty
But
rough
yeah,
one.
I got to go back and rewatch that because I have not seen that in years, and it's going to take me a minute to try to find it in the streaming world. But because I don't believe I have it on DVD anywhere, but okay, it'll be fine. Good stuff.
That's
Good stuff.
Yep.
What else we got? The Ko-Fi, so you can get all golden 80s. You can get all the golden 80s full videos on there. But the big thing is you can get your early access to the brand new Murd Nerds, which
it's early, right? Early.
Yep. There's there's 2 episodes up. I'm a little late on the third one, but it'll be up here relatively soon, and we'll have 2 more come out right up to February 14th when everything will get released out into the actual stream world on the regular Apple and Spotify. So, and you get to hear Monty J.
Nice. I'm excited. That's the last. That was the last. That's the last the Mohicans holding out for the Golden family, not fucking podcasting outside of because Ozzy's even been on fucking the backtracks or something. So, legitimately, she was the last one.
Well, she'd done she's done a couple call guys. Yeah, she's done a couple call guys.
Be a host.
Yeah, that's the big thing. She gets to be a host, and we talk about that in the first episode a little bit. She's super excited. And it was fun because I got her hooked like that right after the first episode. Once we started talking about the girls and some of the things that just talking about them. The first episode we just talk about them and their backstory and stuff like that, and she was hooked. So yeah, recorded all those in one day.
That's tough.
Still a shit ton of editing to go.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. But it's fun. And so, yeah, if you're interested, Ko-Fi, and that's not Fi, it's Ko-Fi.com/Golden Mojo ENT. You can go check it out. It's just a $10 membership. Sign on. You get all the early stuff of Murders plus all Golden 80s. Call guys are working on some stuff. I think Gunner's running through some things in his head. Plus, we're going to do some special merch. We haven't figured out all that stuff yet, but and of course, if we figure out something that we can send, like we do with the Patreon, where we can send you a poster or something like that, then we'll backtrack all the members and send all that shit out to you whenever we get it figured out.
Righteous.
So, and of course, the documentary. We're waiting on the documentary that J-Dub did with the Ghost Files. It should be out late February sometime. And of course, we'll have Austin on the show in late February also to help promote that documentary. So super excited to see that. I think he's going to do a great job. I don't know when I talked to him because I went to the actual video shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I sat in for about an hour and a half, just hanging out, not saying anything, just being chill. And I talked to him after when I was getting ready to leave, and he was trying to get permission to film the actual house.
Yeah.
And they'd already stopped by once, and nobody answered the door. So I don't know if they made it back to get any of that footage or not. But it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
That's a tricky one, especially with I know the people that I don't know if it's still the same people, but I know the people that moved in after her were like, nah, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
type people. So
yeah, I think they've actually sold. I think somebody else actually owns it now, but the people that bought it from them were like, nothing's ever happened to us in here.
Yeah,
so I mean,
it's a roll of the dice because the people could look at it like this might bring fucking weirdos to my yard or
No, I get it. I get it. And we've actually had somebody reach out to tell us their story, but ask us not to tell where the house was at.
Yeah,
at all, because they didn't want to do that to the person who owns it now. So I totally get it, 100%. So it's cool. I'm digging it, but hopefully they got some footage of it, or at least got some good B-roll around the old Warsaw. So we'll see what happens.
Oh fuck! Speaking of Warsaw, the fucking not a great ending to the story of the jail out there in Warsaw.
No, you're talking about Benton County.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's down in Fowler. That's not the Warsaw jail.
That's not the one we got the update on. That wasn't the Warsaw jail.
No, it's not the Warsaw jail.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but it's the one that we went down to in Fowler, and
that's the one they're getting.
That's the one they're getting. Yep.
So there was two on the line. I was unaware that there was a second fucking location on the line. I was just thinking about the one in Warsaw. I saw that update and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about the Warsaw jail. There's something going on with that.
I'm trying to think if I got a fucking I got a notification and I thought it was the Warsaw one. Let me look here. I gotta try to remember where I signed this fucking what email I signed for this petition.
Well, if you signed the petition, that's for the Benton County. That's the one down in Fowler.
Okay.
It wasn't the Warsaw one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a bad update for Fowler.
Absolutely, and it breaks my heart, and I know that I've been texting with Brian, and because as soon as the verdict came down, late last week or early this week, I can't remember which one it was, but it came across on Facebook that they had the meeting, and it didn't. They're gonna take it down.
Yeah, it's essentially the city was like, look, we weighed our costs to like it's in our property area. We need a place to house materials because the place we're housing materials inside here isn't great anymore. So we got to fix it. In order to do that, we need to move this shit.
Right.
And this place isn't like the quality we needed to move the shit there. And we looked up the pricing via renting and storing to opposed to tearing this place the fuck up and storing. Right. And this is more cost effective. And it's like, I don't know what world that destroying a whole building and building a whole new building and the permits and everything is going to be cheaper than renting a place to put stuff. But,
I don't know. I just know that the place was, it was old. It was old. There's no doubt. But there was so much history there, and there's so much activity still, in that building. And we caught stuff, which for us was, downright amazing. So,
yeah.
I hate to see it happen. And, I don't think I think that the board made up their mind long before that meeting ever happened.
Oh, yeah. They were set on it.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything those guys could have said that changed their mind.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. So there's some talk of trying to move the actual building.
Oof, you want to talk about fucking expensive?
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
It might come to the fact that maybe you just let it go, and it might be just a little bit easier. I don't know. I'm attached to it, but not like those guys are. So
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, we did that as our spotlight of the month. I guess take that down. That's sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those who actually took the time and went and signed the petition, they had over 800 signatures on that petition, which is fucking amazing.
That's a good amount.
So, thank you for anybody who listens to the show and went and signed that petition. I appreciate it, and I know those guys, Dwight and Brian and all those guys, definitely appreciate it. It just showed some good support for a historical building. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that's about all the updates I got going on to get you back up to speed for what.
The only other thing that I can think of is the fact that I'm not a sports ball person, but I do keep up with the Indiana Chiefs, as far as their scores and everything, because it's relevant to me, seeing how it's attached to you and your whole family, and and the fucking football people are fucking crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
I watched the whole. All of these fuckers come unglued when they announced the Super Bowl fucking people, which is the Chiefs again.
Yep.
And the fucking birds, the fucking
the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, they're birds, the birds. And people are like, it's fucking scripted. The fucking Super Bowl logo colors were red and green. People being like, I'm not fucking watching it this year because this is scripted bullshit, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's first of all, who y'all fucking kidding? You're going to watch it regardless. Right. Second of all, fucking not liking something because they're doing fucking good It's fucking an insane concept. People are like, fuck these guys. They're too good. It's scripted. It can't be real. Be like, homie, my whole life, they spent fucking professionally sucking ass.
Absolutely. Yep.
Like, for so long. And then they finally start fucking doing good because they got fucking solid fucking players, a fucking solid coach. They're fucking doing it. And the people are like, could you imagine being on the team? Like, we're killing it. And if I remember right, like, if they win this year, they'll break some kind of record, right?
Yep.
Like back to back to back.
Yep.
And people just and you're like, we might break a record. And they just know that, like, all these people out there, like, fuck you because you're good and you're winning. And, like, you're like, what the fuck? What? Why? People are like, I want to see you lose. And you're like, Jesus.
Okay, for starters, I just want to say all those people that have jumped on here and you know, started their little petitions to get the Bengals into the playoffs because
That's so dumb.
The Chiefs lost the fucking Denver game, or now there's a petition that, you know, the Buffalo Bills fans or some sort of petition to get it fucking, I don't know, changed over. It's for starters, that's not going to happen. But all of those people that line up that way are the same motherfuckers that said they were going to move to Canada if Trump got elected president. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you guys are listening, you motherfuckers who said you're going to move to Canada, go ahead and pack your fucking bags and get the fuck out. Because I'm sick and fucking tired of listening to you, to be 100% honest.
They're going to watch it. They're going to watch it.
Absolutely.
It's going to have just as, if anything, it's going to have higher numbers than last year because this is big because they break a fucking record if they do it.
Well, and, you know, the people that are bitching are now going to be watching and rooting for the Eagles, you know, because they don't want to see Kansas City win.
And let me tell you what, people. If you're not well-versed on Philadelphia, win or lose, that city's going to burn.
Oh, put it to the ground.
Oh, yeah. Like, lose, it's going to burn out of hate. Win, it's going to burn out of drunken celebration. But regardless, Philadelphia is going to be on fire.
Yep, absolutely.
No matter how that fucking coin flip ends, that city is fucking going up in flames. I hope their fucking firemen are fucking ready to clock some overtime. And, it's going to be wild. Regardless.
Yeah, Philadelphia fans are a different breed.
100%. Philly in general is a different breed of human.
Yeah.
And not to say anything, but in a bad tone, Philadelphia, please do not fucking come for me. It's your city. Burn it if you want to. Win or lose. Have at it. Light a fire for me.
It is yours. Do what you want to do. But yeah, man, it's been a rough week since that win. Just going through all the hate.
Oh yeah, I saw people crying about the game that they fucking lost, and because they didn't put their fucking people in, because they're like, why? It doesn't matter. Like, why are we gonna fucking roll the dice on fucking our fucking big guys when like we've got a spot anyway?
Yeah,
they'd be like, fucking be pissed that they did what any other team would have done. Just because they're fucking winning. And you're fucking pissed because fucking homeboy's plowing Taylor Swift. Fucking get over it. If he can fucking pull Taylor Swift or Taylor Swift pull him, whichever way that fucking leads.
However you want to look at it.
Fucking good for him.
Yep.
I mean, just fucking cry about it. Be like, she's not even a real fan. She's just there to support her boyfriend. Like, tough shit. His fucking girlfriend there supporting her spouse or whatever, essentially. Right. That's what fucking people do.
Yeah, that's how fandom starts most of the time. Is you're with somebody who was a fan of. Yeah. You know, I don't know. Is Kayla a fan of the Bruins?
No.
No, she wasn't. But is she now?
No, she don't know. I don't talk about hockey and I fucking watch my shit. I think she walked in on me once watching hockey. She went out and did something and like I was sitting there like eating stuff and I had a fucking Bruins game on from like fucking like 2 days prior. Right. And I'm just sitting there. She's like, "Are you watching hockey?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like normally I just watch my points and see how they're doing and catch them like highlights and shit. Because it's hard. The older you get, it is hard to watch hockey on a TV. It is hard to fucking keep an eye where the fucking puck is, man. It's just fucking...
I definitely let her watch it in person, but I did watch what did I watch? Golden Knights the other night for a little while.
I mean, if we had a fucking place that was near that we could go watch a team I give a shit about, I fucking absolutely would. Because hockey in person's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. But you killed my point there. Usually that when you meet somebody who's a fan of a specific team, then you fall into that.
Well, it
you
works
fall
though
into that
because
way.
all this shit right here, before me and Kayla got together, she didn't know about Super Sentai or anything like that, and now she knows all fuck ton, and she likes it, like a good amount of it. She does fucking makeup for Super Sentai
Right.
now, so it's the same
Right.
thing, just less manly.
It's a food ball. But yeah, it's exactly it. I mean, that's the same there. Just she was I think she was her family followed the Eagles. I mean,
Yeah.
believe it or not. And she started dating Travis and boom, now she's a Chiefs fan. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and she also fucking put asses in seats.
Uh-huh.
Like, and he asked her, like, oh, they were there to see her. I'm like, yeah, they were. But, like, out of every fucking 5 fucking Swiftie that fucking bought a fucking seat to see her, I guarantee you at least 1 out of those 5 people became a fucking fan. And was like, oh, fucking watching this in person's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, this is an atmosphere. And then, so, like, that adds to the fucking fandom. Who fucking cares how they got there? They're supporting the thing you love via buying tickets.
Right.
And, like, eventually, they're also there to support the fucking team. Like, fucking boo-hoo.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's been a lot this week since that Buffalo game.
I don't fucking doubt it. I mean, I'm not fucking a big football person, but I still fucking seen all of it. And I was, like, reading the fucking hate, and I was like, y'all are fucking wild.
Yeah.
Wild. Like, oh, it's that same, like, fucking fake news, scripted, and then, but now it's scripted NFL. But like, oh, it's scripted. Oh, yeah. The colors were picked from the beginning. And like, yeah, they fucking went out of their way, and they're like, yeah, let's put Philly in here. Let's fucking go for that. I mean,
yeah, let's do this again.
There's definitely nothing against Philly, but there's teams with bigger fandoms that if went to the Super Bowl would sell more seats than Philadelphia. I mean, there's bigger teams out there that people care more about. So if they were gonna fucking script a big fucking game to make as much money, you figure like they'd pick a big one,
right? Yeah, a bigger face. I mean, Jalen Hurts is not a slouch by any means, but yeah, you want a bigger name in that, quarterback against quarterback and so on and so forth. But listen, there is no possible way that the NFL can be scripted because there's way too many people involved. 32 teams, 32 owners would all have to fucking sit down and agree. And then they'd have to go to Roger Goodell and say, this is what we've agreed on, make it happen. And then he would have to make all of his people,
somebody would blow a whistle too.
Absolutely.
Intentionally or not intentionally, it would fucking happen. To think something is scripted on that fucking...
that big of a level.
On that big of a level with that many fucking moving parts and fucking open mouths, you're just upset and just want to stay upset. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
They're just mad because the Chiefs are winning and they continue to win, and they're about to be the first NFL team in NFL history to win 3 back-to-back Super Bowls.
Which is like, you figure as a fan of football in general, you would just be stoked to be alive to watch something like
fuck yeah.
That's like history. Yeah. Like if it happens, that's history. And be like, I know where I was when I watched that game. Like, I'm right here, this and that. But, like, you want to be pissy. Like, and fucking be grasping at crazy-ass straws. It's like being like, that's like me going to the store during Christmas and seeing the fucking green fucking tortilla chips and be like, fucking Eagles. It's the Eagles. They got green tortilla chips. They're going to the fucking Super Bowl because you eat tortilla chips while you're watching the Super Bowl. Like, that's right. Fucking scripted. It's fucking not real. Fucking wacky.
100%. It's, yeah.
You know it's bad when like we're talking about fucking sports ball on fucking the other
paranormal
side.
Yeah, we like, probably
I'm over here talking about sports ball and I don't know fucking dick about sports ball.
I know when you first started talking about this, I'm like, I'm just letting him roll. I'm just letting him go. I want to see how far he's gonna go with it and see where we're at.
I had people at my house this weekend for the first time in a while, and I had them sitting on my floor watching fucking NASCAR clips. This is
shit.
Like, oh, you gotta watch this, and they're like, then you gotta watch this.
Back when NASCAR was good.
Yeah, well, also, like, it was one of those newer clips with that fucking kid that fucking put his fucking car into the wall on the last lap and just fucking floored it. It was, I forget the racer's name, he's one of the new ones, but he grew up playing NASCAR games on his GameCube.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, he was like fucking 8 behind, and if he was going to go to the fucking next race points-wise, he needed to be in like the top 3. And he was like, listen, he was like, when I used to play GameCube, like I fucking put my car intentionally in the wall on the turn and just fucking wide open. And this fucking kid, they tell him that, and he was like, all right, well, I'm going to put my foot on the floor until I either see a checker flag or God. And he fucking put his fucking car in the wall and just floored it. And just fucking gets right where he needs to be. I mean, he passes just fucking tons of people. And gets where he needs to be. And, like, they play the comms, the open mics of every fucking rider that he passes. And the majority of them weren't even pissed. They were like, holy shit, that was the coolest goddamn thing I have ever seen.
Checkered flag or God?
Yeah. And like a few people were like, well, NASCAR's going to make that illegal tomorrow. So, and they sure as shit did. Next day they were like, that's great, cool, never again.
Yeah.
And like his cameras were fucking going in and out from his car fucking being on that wall. His fucking panels were flying off. But man, did he haul ass. Because if people don't know NASCAR, like the guys slow down so they can be on the inside of that fucking turn. Because that's an advantage. You're on the out. If you're taking a wider fucking turn, it's going to put you behind the people that are on the inside. Not if you're fucking in the wall and fucking have it all the way to the floor. Because that motherfucker took off like a fucking rocket. Just fucking, and he did it too. I think he ended up taking like third place. Like,
and all the marbles up there too, from all the tires, all the rubber marbles up there.
Oh yeah,
something else they try to stay away from.
Yeah, he was just like, fuck it. He was like, I'm either gonna get there and get what I need, or fuck it, why not?
Or I'm not, but I'm gonna take I'm gonna shoot my shot.
It's
God damn it, Gretzky, you did it.
Fucking absolutely outstanding.
All right, man. Well, we've talked about all of our housekeeping. We've talked football. We've talked NASCAR. Go check out all the podcasts in the Golden Mojo empire, and you know what they are. You just go to goldenmojoent.com, and of course, you can find all of the TUSOP merch at the United States Paranormal.com. All right, get that right in the middle. Oh, and by the way, go check out Perfectly Picked Games.
Yeah,
damn it, guys.
Subscription. Get your subscription.
Go get a script for Perfectly Picked Games. Jake was gonna and his crew are gonna hook you up. Damn. Come on, man. Show some love. Show some love to the Perfectly Picked Games crew.
Oh man, like you would think, like I was about to be like, teach your kids about the thrills of winning and the grace of losing.
Yes. I love that line.
That boy's got him a radio voice.
He does. Yeah. Jake, if you're listening, call me. I need to talk to you.
Yeah, radio voice.
All right, man, let's get into this. We are doing the January review. Are we starting with January 1st?
January 1st we covered in the last one.
No, we didn't. We missed it.
I did not write notes on January 1st because I thought that was I thought we did that in the last one because this we were late on that one.
We were late on that one,
and we're technically late on this one because this ain't going to be the last Saturday of January.
No, it's the first Saturday of
February.
But it is the first, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We're filming this in January.
That's right. Absolutely.
So that's what really matters.
Well, we're gonna miss the Chillingham Castle episode then.
Oh man, it is hard to remember.
Oh no, absolutely. It's not like we sit down.
Let's see here.
I don't
Chillingham
remember.
Castle was on January 1st. Yep. Episode 166 by J Wubba Dubba Dub Dub. That was a passport to Paranormal too, right there. That was in England.
Yeah, absolutely.
God damn. We'll throw that in one. I'll do some stuff.
We'll get it in February.
We'll get it.
We'll come back and talk about it in February.
We'll talk about it. I like it when we go overseas. There's
Absolutely.
some neat shit out there.
There is.
Yeah, and I've been in castles. I went to castles when I lived in Germany.
I bet you did.
It was trippy.
I'm sure it was.
They're like, this is where we put people to die. And you're like, that's why the rocks are that color. And you're like, oh God, oh no. That was something where they shit.
Like, that was something that the Benton County Jail, the down there in the solitary rooms, where the holes in the walls still where they fed the chains through when they strung people up.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that's good stuff.
That's weird. It's weird being in rooms like that because you're just like, ew.
No, I was a little. I wasn't uncomfortable about paranormal. I was just uncomfortable. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Fucking
you're
shit,
like,
we're gonna walk through here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one thing to know like somebody died in a certain spot you're at. It's a whole other thing to know that they like died in a fucking like rough way.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, that's a different energy in here. All right.
All right, man, get us into this.
All right. So on January 8th, Golden Jay took the helm on episode 168 as he discussed the paranormal events of Hummel Park. The accused Lance of being a Nebraskan.
Oh man, I caught shit for that.
I was yelling at you on the radio. You were like, I was like, he went to fucking school in Atwood. I was like, he's a fucking Hoosier. I didn't even know the boy lived in Nebraska now. I was like, that was word to me, but you're like, yeah, he's in Nebraska. He's in Nebraska. And I was like, oh.
Well, technically,
He lives in Nebraska.
He lives in Nebraska. And I said he was, I said something about from Nebraska.
Indiana born.
Yeah. Don't believe me. He set me straight.
I'm sure he did.
Absolutely.
He accused Lance of being a Nebraskan. Humble Park is allegedly 200 acres of paranormal activity, rumored to be made on an Indian burial ground. This park is known to be the most haunted place in the state from the amount of odd deaths at the park's landmark, the Devil's Slide. It's no wonder that the park has an unignorable haunting vibe. And suicides, odd deaths, all sorts of disappearances.
And do not buy stereo equipment in that fucking park.
Oh, absolutely not.
I thought that was so funny. It was like, this guy was shot and killed because of stereo speakers, and this guy was shot and killed because of audio equipment. This guy was
ain't nobody fucking calling me. I'm like, hey, I want to buy those stereos you have on fucking Craigslist. Like, cool. You want to meet me in the park?
No.
And I'm like, you mean like the local like town park? Or you mean like no. The state park, like deep in it. And I'm like, no. 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 Not even a little bit. Like, by park, do you mean the parking lot of Walmart during the day? Sure. Outside of that, go fuck yourself.
That's right. Not in the park. Ugh, yeah.
It's not a place where I want to die because that's not a place I want to haunt. We just finished watching, like, we're up to date. They're doing more seasons and more episodes, but we watched that show Ghost on Paramount.
Uh-huh.
And it is about a fucking, she actually was a Power Ranger actor that now is did you ever see iZombie when that was out?
No, I did not.
Okay, so she's one of the few Power Ranger actors that went on to have like a good career, like land TV seasons where she was the main character, and this her new bag is this Ghost show, and it's about a chick that inherited a house, and she almost dies, and so she can see the ghosts that are on the property now, and it's ghosts from. There's like an Indian ghost, a Viking ghost, the ghost of one of her ancestors that was like a robber baron, so like a rich person back in the day, all the way up to like a Boy Scout troop leader from the early 90s.
That's the one with the arrow through his neck?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I know the show you're talking about.
It's a fantastic show, but like all it does is make me like worry about where I'm going to die. Because like where they die, they get like a fucking circumference. Uh-huh. And they're like, I can haunt here, and if I try to walk out of here, it fucking just turns me around and puts me back in.
Right.
And it shows motherfuckers, like motherfuckers that are haunting like a restaurant, and like the people are haunting like a fucking Sam's Club, and I was like, no, please. Oh, I don't want to fucking haunt a hospital. I damn sure don't want to be a ghost haunting a fucking park because I got fucking stabbed over a fucking speaker sale. Let's just be a dull existence.
Yeah.
Somewhere where a TV would be fantastic. So I could just kind of like fucking glance whatever's on.
Yeah.
But if I'm haunting a park, I'm just staring at fucking squirrels and fucking joggers and.
Well.
No.
Depends on who the jogger is.
No, it's not worth it. Somebody running by in fucking jeggings is not worth the fucking forever of fucking haunting a fucking
right
wooded acres.
Yeah, it's definitely a thought. I mean, I always say that when I die, I'm coming back to this house to haunt Bobby. So I already know where I'm going to be at. I'm going to die here. So
it's fucking. I mean, like I said, it makes you think about it. For sure.
Absolutely.
And like it makes you think about like it's funny in that show, like they talk about how all their deaths were different and stuff. And the Vikings like, oh well, good for them that their body gets hauled off and stuff. He's like, I watched my body rot over fucking months and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, it's right here, down in here. And sure as shit, like they dug a hole and they're like, oh, fuck. He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, not a great experience. Wouldn't recommend it. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, that's good stuff right
also, they bring to mind the fact that they're like, when you die, and if you're trapped in the world instead of going up or down,
right?
What you have on your person, you can fuck with in the afterlife. But like, you're also like stuck in it. Like, there's a ghost in there that it only has like a suit top on and his tie, and he is naked from the waist down because he died from the waist down naked. So he's got socks on, no pants, no underwear. So if he raises his hands like this, people are going to see his wang for the rest of eternity.
Well, I guess at some point you get comfortable.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I said, there's the dude with the arrow permanently in his fucking neck.
Right.
So it just brings concerning questions.
It does.
Which death is already concerning, so, it's always nice when you add an extra fucking rung of fucking...
of anxiety in that bad boy.
Now I gotta worry about if I'm fucking naked when I die, because the rest of the ghosts are like, oh, there's your fucking dick. That's great. We're stuck in the same 2-mile radius together for the rest of forever, and your dick's just out.
But
yeah.
I got nothing, man.
That's
nothing.
Fair. That's fair. Die with your pants on, folks.
There you go. Always wear pants.
Yep.
And clean underwear.
Yep. If you feel like you're leaving this world, you either drag yourself to your dresser or you beg the person near you, be like, please put pants on me. For the love of God. Put some pants on.
For the love of God.
Wrap me in a blanket or something, please. Because there's a ghost that showed the fucking, like, the robber baroness that, back in the day, they used cocaine for everything. And, like, anytime there's a new ghost or something, she gets to talk to, like, a living, she's like, please, if you die, stuff your pockets full of cocaine. Like,
we're going to need that in the afterlife.
Yeah, that's a great show. But, yeah, that was January 8th.
Yeah, Hummel Park in Omaha, Nebraska.
Which Lance did not paint a pretty picture of fucking Alaska Day or Nebraska Day today when he emailed you.
No. No. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, some South Bend meth heads. I don't even remember exactly what he said.
It was like, I think he said it was like the equivalent, or fucking Nebraska meth heads are like the equivalent to South Bend heroin or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Son of a bitch. Painting a pretty picture.
Listen, I hear the park itself is actually very beautiful, and there's a lot of really cool pieces of it. I think this is the one with the trees in the front where they hung people, and I mean,
that's
just all kinds of shit. Yeah, it is a postcard.
Yeah,
just get you and your friends out there to hang from the tree.
Yeah, fantastic. That leads us to on January 15th. The rocker chick was in charge of episode 169, the ghost town known as Billy Creek Village. The village is a hot spot for historians and paranormal buffs alike. 70 acres lot is filled to the brim with 38 historical buildings and structures, most of which are authentic and were moved to the property.
Yep.
These buildings are also home to historical relics and antiques that undoubtedly contribute to the village's plethora of paranormal happenings. Apparitions, shadow people, phantom footsteps, eerie voices being just the tip of the iceberg. And it begs the question, if you move a home, do you move the ghost?
Yeah, I mean, that was the question. I mean, if the house moves, does the ghost move with it? But as the girls talked about in that episode, they were like, well, sometimes the relic is what
it's attached to.
In one of these buildings in Billy Creek is an old schoolhouse, and in that schoolhouse is the ghost of a young boy. And they've actually got pictures of this boy standing in the doorway.
Yeah,
if you ever get a chance to go look at it, but so I guess what I'm getting at is that is it the desk that he was attached to, or was it the building he was attached to, or was there a book or something in there that he's attached to? You just don't know.
Maybe there's it's with ghosts. There's trippy because it's a lot of things that people speculate the haunting can be attached to.
Right.
Like I said, it's the property itself, which would be the land, the house, like their energies in the boards or the walls, or like their favorite item because they cherished it so much, or shit,
right.
like fucking toenail clipping or hair, or
right.
Who knows?
A tooth.
Yeah, like it's wild the amount of things that like, and they could be all.
Right.
I mean, it really could. It could be like everything, or it could be just like we're just talking about with that show. Like, okay, so is the spirit property bound or house bound? Because like, if I fucking take this house out of the property, is the ghost just haunting an empty lot now, or is it like loaded up with me? It's like, no, technically I'm haunting the structure. Which, if that's the case, when that structure becomes dilapidated or destroyed, is the spirit gone? Or is the spirit now haunting the land? Like, how does it work? We don't know.
Right.
All we can do is speculate. I would fucking hope that you don't get, like, errated from fucking existence because they fucking bulldozed the house you're haunting.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's inevitable. Ain't no structure gonna last for the existence of humanity. So, like, it's gonna happen. Eventually, you're gonna be a homeless-ass ghost.
Well,
or
and
you're just gone because they raked your house away.
And we've talked about this with Bobby Mackey's. You know,
so what happens to all that?
Yeah, I mean that is one of the hottest spots in America, Bobby Mackey's, and they bulldozed it. So what happened? Is it still attached to the well? Is that the portal? You know, are they building over top of it? Are they sealing it off? What are they doing? And does that contribute to whatever they build on top of it? Yeah. If they build something on top of it, because they never really
is it going to be haunted now?
Yeah,
and now it's going to be a brand new fucking structure with fucking ancient fucking old ass ghosts.
Exactly.
Like, or do the ghosts end up wherever the rubble for Bobby Mackey's goes? Or they fucking hunt a scrapyard? Like,
or is it relics from the inside Bobby Mackey's that they'll be moving to the new location?
So then the new Bobby Mackey's might be haunted. Which, let me tell you, for tourism money alone, Bobby Mackey's, if you're listening, fucking say it was the relics.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like, oh yeah, this place is super fucking haunted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And if you would like to paranormally hunt in here, $300 a night.
Yeah, there you go. But Billy Creek, I mean, if you get a chance to actually go look at the layout, I mean, it's a really cool fucking place to just look at. But it is hardcore haunted down there.
Yeah. Fucking,
there you go.
I was bitching about this earlier. This fucking camera, it fucking zoomed in on my fucking whiskey glass when I held it up, and now I'm fucking blurry. But you'll only know this if you're on the Patreon. Which does this even go up on the Patreon?
It does. It does go up on the Patreon.
Right here, camera. Right here on the money. On the money.
On the moneymaker. On the moneymaker.
They'll figure it out. Michelle, I'll do a Bobby.
That's right. That's what she does. She puts her hand up there, and then, boy, you even got your lighting screwed up on that one.
Yeah, I know I fucked it up. Like if I do enough, like right in focus, follow the glass. That's not gonna do it. That's gonna drive me insane too. My attention span, man. Like as soon as shit like this happens, I'm just fucking focused.
It's gone. I've lost him. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Go ahead, take us to January 22nd.
All right, on January 22nd, we set sail with J-Dub as she captains episode 170, Ghost Ships. Not to be confused with the early 2000s hit movie Ghost Ships. It's about just the same thing. Just a big fucking cruise ship, unmanned, floating around in the ocean, just chock full of fucking ghosts that all got murdered by a fucking wire.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. It came out around the same time as 13 Ghosts. Like, it was two big ghost movies, like back-to-back kind of thing. It might have been produced by the same person, I think.
It could be.
I can't remember. Maybe. Fact check me. I don't care.
Just put it down. Just fact.
I love. First of all, you ain't gonna get Logan's ass on a fucking big boat in the middle of the ocean ever. Not gonna
ever.
Happen. No, that's not my thing. You'd be like, I got you a Disney cruise ticket. I'd be like, man, it's a shame you wasted that fucking money. Because I'm not doing it. Too many things out there that can just fuck you. I ain't getting rogue waves, getting drunk, falling off the fucking boat, someone getting pissed and throwing you off the fucking boat. Like,
what if it was a Power Ranger cruise?
I don't give a fuck.
All the Power Rangers.
I don't care if it was a blowjob cruise. Like, I'm not fucking getting on the boat.
Listen. No. If it's a blowjob cruise, I've got the first ticket.
You fucking have it. You can have my ticket too. I'm not getting in the middle of the ocean on no fucking boat. It's not happening. But I do like the amount of unmanned vessels that are out in the ocean that are known about is staggering. Let alone the ones we don't know about.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't but a couple years ago where they had a fucking old freighter roll up that they were like, yo, dog, we thought this sank like 30 years ago. And it just fucking blew past Peru, just out there, just like,
Yeah, it's just floating along.
Which is fucking, that's wild. They're scary looking all on their own, but then you throw in like random fucking like scary deaths.
Yeah.
Like the one she was talking about where the whole crew, including the dog, were like frozen in fucking horror.
Yeah.
And like they were like, and then we saw like mist coming off it, and then it fucking exploded.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And you'll never know.
No. No, because there's no little black box on there.
No. And the amount of ships that disappear and then come back, the amount of ships we lost in the Bermuda Triangle, the amount of legends on ghost like pirate ships rolling through and people seeing them forever. I mean, the Flying Dutchman is like people know it. They're like, oh, that's from Pirates of the Caribbean. This and that. That's based on a fucking real legend.
Right.
A real ship that pirates claim to see for years. They're like, it's out there, and if you see it, you're fucked.
Yep, absolutely.
It's really interesting, and I know if I remember right, you convinced J-Dub to stick with it because, like, was she teetering on if she wanted to do it or not, or
no. Well, I mean, I guess she was a little bit. She had hit me up a few days prior, and she's like, "Hey, I've got this," and I'm like, "Okay," and she goes, "I just don't know." So she sent it to me, her story, her write up. And I read through it, and I'm like, "There's some great information here." So the problem is there's no intro to get you into it. Mm-hmm. It was just like, here's the first ship. So I did a little research and I wrote her up that whole beginning that she done before she got into that first ship.
Yeah, so you just came in with the 40 in ye old times and
ye old.
Just to lead into
my favorite part was when she finished, I go, wow, that was well written.
Yeah, nice.
And I mean, it's an inside joke, so to speak. I mean, it wasn't like we weren't hiding it, but I mean, I just enjoyed that little line.
Whoever wrote that deserves to go on a blowjob cruise.
That's right. And hopefully there won't be frozen in fear.
I mean, frozen in something else. I mean, got my camera back.
Yeah, look at that. He's a happy man.
There you go.
She did leave out the most important, iconic ghost ship to ever sail the seven seas.
Fucking talking about the goddamn Goonies. I love the Goonies. I'm not a call guy. I don't fucking hate the Goonies for some fucking weird ass reason like Colton does.
He's an oddball. He's
one of the hottest takes that man's ever had. But I can talk all the shit I want about him because he doesn't write podcasts anymore, so it's not like he's going to fucking say anything.
I know, right? He doesn't say nothing about us anymore.
But if you want to listen to Colton's shitty takes on the Goonies, go listen to the Call Guys. The fucking Goonies is the goddamn national treasure.
To be fair, though, Chico loves the Goonies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But his love doesn't over-encompass the fact that his co-host has fucking horrible taste in fucking movies.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They live.
Who shits on the Goonies?
Somebody who likes Hot Fuzz.
It's a listen. Don't put me in there with you. I like Hot Fuzz, and I fucking like I like fucking They Live. So, but the Goonies is fun from start to finish. Fantastic,
absolutely. And look at the actors that were in it. I mean, they went on to be fucking superstars.
Yeah, yep. And they what was it? The Goonies. They confirmed the Goonies and Gremlins are both getting sequels. So. Sign me up because I fucking love the Gremlins and I love the fucking Goonies. Let's fucking do it.
I will probably. I don't know that I go to theater to see the Goonies too, but I'll definitely watch it.
Listen, I would absolutely love to know about what Chunk's life was after he fucking told fucking Sloth that his parents will take him. Could you imagine? Your kid's been missing all fucking day or however long it was. Next time you see him. You're like they found treasure. There's a pirate ship sailing off into the fucking ocean. They fucking loads of gems in their pockets. They just got felons arrested.
Right.
And you're like, there's my son, and you just get within earshot of listening to your son. You're like, oh, Chunk, you're alive, and you hear your son tell a giant, fucking 8-foot tall, deformed man in a Superman shirt, be like, I love you, Sloth. You're gonna live with me now. And you gotta fucking look at your wife and be like, yo, you're telling that thing that he can't live with us, because if I do it, I'm worried he's gonna fucking fold me up like a fucking lawn chair. And then that's it.
It's over.
So, like, I would just love to have the sequel and, like, let them tell me, be like, did his parents cave and let fucking Sloth live with them?
And how many dogs did they have?
Right, oh,
How
God.
many did Sloth, like, barbecue?
Oh, God. Fucking, like, that's the part I really need to know from the Goonies. Be like,
Right?
how did that fucking end? Ain't no way Sloth's still alive. Like, he's
You
gone.
don't think?
I mean, the actor for him died not too long after Goonies. If I remember right, it was like a cocaine-related, like, overdose type deal. But, like, there ain't no way Sloth would still be alive. You would think. You figure they would just kind of write that character off, because I don't know if, like, nowadays, if they could get away with that.
I don't know.
It would be like, you just have Chunk saying off thing, but like, yeah, me and Sloth's relationship was never the same after my parents said, in fact, he could not fucking live with us. And told me to stop telling the grown man that I just met that I love him.
Yeah. So, yeah, I see where you're going with this.
Never a better time to do Goonies 2, though, because fucking homeboy that played Data is fucking huge now. He's won his fucking Oscar and all that shit, and he was in Loki as a big part too. That dude's riding a high. So, like, bring it back if I can do it with him. I mean, you got Sean Astin, which Sean Astin was a Hobbit, so he's big.
Right.
He was in Stranger Things.
Do you bring back Corey? Do you bring back Corey?
What do you bring? Oh, he's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's an absolute fucking nutbag right now.
But if they can reel it in, like, because Mouth's a great character for that show.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's fucking big.
Yep.
I mean,
Thanos.
He was Thanos. He was fucking Cable. Like, I mean, really, the blonde nerdy girl was in Raising Hope for like 7 seasons. I mean, They all have done a lot. I don't know what the main chick did after that though. The one that was banging Mikey's brother.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so why don't you take us into the next episode, and I'll take a quick peek at that.
Gotcha. Last but not least, on January 29th, Golden J rounded out the month with episode 171, the Indiana State Sanatorium. That was spitting distance from the before-mentioned Billy Creek Village. The sanatorium was birthed originally as the Indiana State Tuberculosis Hospital. First of all, shame on y'all for not making one ass cough joke. Just saying.
Oh, man. Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, you fucking dropped the ball there, and I bet people were waiting for it, too. Like, he said tuberculosis.
He's going to talk about the ass cough.
But nobody talked about the ass cough. The Indiana State Tuberculosis Hospital that eventually pivoted and became a nursing home, that inevitably became a Busey farm that it is historically known for as the Indiana State Sanatorium. It has seen its share of death and disturbing events that have accumulated into the big haunted mess that the building is now, making it one of the biggest hotspots for paranormal investigators inside the United States. You name a paranormal crew from TV, I can almost assure you that they have visited this site and had an experience from poltergeist activity to your common spirit-like activity, or even some cases of almost demonic-like entities. Boom, boom, boom.
Listen, this place is fucking huge. This place is massive.
Some people would say it's the biggest. It's the hugest.
Yeah, if you're watching Patreon, you'll see me do my little finger thing. So he does. It's big.
It's huge.
So there's a lot of stuff going on in each of these buildings. Project Fear, you watch them. We talked about Project Fear a lot in this episode.
Guys. It's a good crew.
The first group to actually go in there when they were still Destination Fear, and they caught shit right away. Walking up to the fucking building, they see a heat signature walk across one of the windows. But to be fair, they also found squatter remnants, deodorant, shaving cream.
It's almost like a huge ass abandoned building attracts fucking homeless.
Yeah, weird.
The unhoused fucking need roofs, and they're like, I'm gonna get up in that bitch.
The unhoused.
The
nursing home, which became the nursing home, is probably going to be the heaviest in a lot of that because, and I'm not saying the tuberculosis hospital was, there was a lot of death in there, but the nursing home was a lot of brutality and a lot of death that revolved in, bad, traumatized death, I guess. And I think that's where a lot
of
of
those
spiritual
caregivers were like the caregiver in fucking Happy Gilmore, but like amplified by like 30%. Like
exactly.
rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, the Gilmore one was supposed to be a little bit funny. This is real life where they were just,
horrible.
Horrible people. So, I find it interesting that the place had it sustained its own. It had a greenhouse and a power plant and all this and we got some things in the works. And I don't want to drop it right here just yet because it's still got a minute. But hopefully, we'll be finding out more about the Indiana State Sanatorium.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's massive. These places had to be huge because, like I said, it was originally created to house tuberculosis patients, which back then was like a shit ton of people.
A lot.
And then after that, like I said, it went to the old folks home and this and that. But when it was originally created, you got to think that like localized power was not as broad as it is nowadays. So like they have to, like these old structures, these old buildings used to have their own power plants because they're like, we have to fucking keep power in this building.
Right.
Because we're trying to keep all these fucking people alive. And the greenhouse is just because you're like, oh, it's big enough to where like we need to grow food in case like food can't get out here, and give the patient something to do if we can trust them with a trowel. I mean, just
don't
depends.
Sneeze on the carrots. Don't sneeze on the carrots. Damn it, Jim. God,
it's just like they don't build shit like that anymore. Like it's wild. But like I said, it's no surprise that it's fucking haunted because of the sheer amount of death, but also like the horrendous shit. Prisons, sanatoriums, and any kind of hospital back in that time were just fucking riddled with fucking neglect, abuse, and like crazy off the wall shit.
Yep. And I never did see an actual total number of deaths that come out of Indiana State. So I mean, Waverly's were so freaking skewed. They were
you're never gonna get a real number anyways because like the amount of deaths that probably just got fucking swept under the rug or like just like somebody like even in the tuberculosis one where they weren't necessarily abusing people, they'd be like, oh, did you get this person's information? And they'd be like, no, well, they're dead now, and we got nothing. They'll be like, well, just fucking take them to the incinerator.
Yep.
They're gone. Yeah. I mean, there's no sense in digging a hole. We can't fucking say who it was, so just fucking roast them, toast them, and fucking move on with it.
We'll put the ashes in this pile over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that we did talk about a little bit was the steam tunnels, which is I associate it with the tunnel at Waverly, where they took the bodies out. I don't, there was talk of that, but there was never actually any 100% accuracy that that's how they were taking them out of there. But so I don't know, but the steam tunnels are really, really active. There's a lot of stuff going on down there. And they're just creepy in general.
Yeah.
Let alone being down there by yourself in the dark, and hearing noises, but insane.
Yeah. It's wild. But like I said, those massive sanatoriums are always a great place to do it. And that's why all these shows flock to these places, because it's like one of those things where it's like you're almost damn near guaranteed to leave with something. It's so big, you spread out, like it's great. Like I said, Destination
Fear.
Yeah, Destination Fear. I love that crew. I think they're one of the more like respectable crews in the business, and check that episode out when they go there because it's a solid episode.
And the girl's hot. She's worth it's fun to watch her.
I was just trying to be like, they do good work. I mean,
they do good work. They do amazing work, and they're fun to watch. And they're like I said, they're respectful. And we've seen ghost shows that are that they're not respectful and they're assholes, and I don't watch them.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I love watching them, and I hated that they lost their gig on Travel or Discovery or whatever it is, but they're doing just fine with their YouTube channel. They're
Yeah,
still out doing their
they
thing.
fucking the fact that Zach Bagans is getting more and more shows, and then they fucking acts in shows like Destination Fear. That's fucking unreal.
Yep. Hey,
Unreal.
by the way, Carrie Green played Andy in the Goonies. Andy, and her last thing was complacent in 2012. She did shit like one episode of Law and Order, one episode
She didn't
of
do
ER.
any like big movies or anything after all that.
I mean, Tainted Blood. Did you ever see it? That's a TV
No.
movie. Blue Flame. She did Mad About You. Magic World of Disney. She did one episode. She was in Lucas. Do you remember Lucas? She was also in Summer Rental. But both of those that's Goonies was 85, Summer Rental was 85, and Lucas was 86.
So it's essentially
who the hell was in Lucas? Who was the kid? Oh, fuck, it's one of the Corys.
Essentially, like I don't know what Chunk did either, but essentially everybody else went on to do something relatively significant outside of it. Seems like her. Which listen, fucking Andy is not a name used on women enough. I think it's a good name for a chick. Andy.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna disagree. Chunk, Jeff Cohen. I'm just scrolling through his IMDb here real quick. Hold on.
In the most sensitive way that I can say something insensitively, like you would have figured he would have had a lot of work because the 80s and the early 90s was riddled with good job for fucking wide children.
Oh yeah. And he wasn't shy. I mean, about doing the trouble.
He was a good actor. I mean, he was good in Goonies. I mean, I don't know that I've seen him in anything else, but he was fucking solid.
That's because you don't watch a lot of TV from the 80s because that's pretty much all he did.
Really?
He was in Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School as Grunt.
Well, I love that movie.
Yeah. That was 1988, and he did a TV movie called Perfect Harmony in 1991, and that is his IMDb. Everything else is some one episode TV shows, amazing stories, Magical World Disney, Family Ties.
I mean, it's not a bad batting average for like amount of kids that were in that movie. Like the rest of them did pretty well.
Well, I mean, Sean
Corey
Astin
did well for himself too until I mean, technically, I guess he's still doing decent. I think. Kayla? What was the? She's listening.
Kayla. She's doing her thing. Corey, what are you messing with her?
What was the concert that you showed me that Corey Feldman showed up at? Was in the back. He was at a Limp Bizkit concert, just in the background. Like they had him on stage, and he was just dancing.
Oh Jesus! See, unfortunately, what I see is these guitar solos that he's doing with his band, and they are just absolutely horrible.
You think
the guy
that's
cannot
bad?
play guitar.
Have you heard him? Every time he does a concert, he sings the song from fucking
Cry Little Sister.
Yeah, Cry Little Sister, and it is something.
Oh, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. I mean, it's okay. Say it. It's fucking terrible.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, if you a few years ago, and this has been a few years ago, there was one of those Big Brother style houses with famous people, and he was in it, and Vince Neil from Motley Crue was there, and Corey was like, "You and me need to get together and do a band and blah 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 blah," and it was like you knew at that point that he thought he was a superstar, a super rock star, but there's no talent there. And he showed it, and they did like a thing at the end, and it was like, nope, no talent.
No. I will give him this. Like the movies he was in back in the day, he fucking killed it.
Oh,
Kid
absolutely.
had charisma, fantastic charisma, and he was done dirty in life, and that is what it is. I hate for that.
Yep.
But like he was like, I mean, Mouth. It was a fucking fantastic character. His character in fucking Lost Boys, fantastic fucking character.
Yep.
Edgar Frog, surfboard shaper, vampire hunter. And he did way more Lost Boy movies than he really should have. But
true.
Get it? Don't forget. Get it? I guess.
Don't forget Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. He's fucking fantastic in Stand By Me. Like, I mean, that boy had acting chops.
He did. I'm just running. Oh wow. Wow. I'm still
You're looking
hold on.
at
I'm
the
still
90
scrolling.
fucking Lost Boy fucking movies he's done.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling. Oh, I mean, he so much. Seriously.
Well, he's worked. Like I said, their batting average for Goonies kids actors was pretty fucking solid.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of TV shows back in the early days.
Yeah.
What'd I say? That was 85 on the. Oh, was he in Gremlins?
Yes, he was. He
played
was
Pete.
in Gremlins 1. He was one of the kids that homeboy. He was like, "Hey, let me have one of those Gremlins," and he was like one of the spare ones, and like he was just like his neighbor kid that he knew.
Oh,
And he
right
was
on.
in it. It wasn't a massive role, but he was in there.
He was in Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, as Tommy at age 12.
Yeah,
And
he
then
played Tommy Jarvis as a kid. He was a pretty massive role. He was like one of the main roles in that movie.
Of course, The Goonies, and then Stand By Me, Lost Boys, License to Drive. That was one of my favorites from Dream a Little Dream. Weird fucking movie, but pretty good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was the voice of Donatello.
Yep. He was Donnie.
Yep. Meatballs 4. You know, you could see where you could watch and you could just start to see the fall.
I think
Rock and Roll High School Forever. Yeah,
I think right after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if I remember right, they didn't cast him for the other two Turtle movies because that was right about the time he started having issues with like drugs and stuff.
There's a movie called Blown Away from 1992, which was really, really good. If you ever get a chance to see that, it was both Corey's in that one. Wasn't like License to Drive or You Dream a Little Dream. It was more of a kind of a drama, little sexually oriented, driven. You know,
Gotcha.
the girl that yeah. But yeah, I mean, Last Resort. I mean, just so much. I mean, the guy just has.
I mean, he stayed working. I don't think he ever really stopped working. Now, the quality work he was doing might have fucking dipped significantly, but he never stopped working.
Right. Anyways, let's get off the IMDb. This ain't the call, guys.
There's a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, it was. You get a little bit of
80s, some call guys. We did some fucking sports ball talk.
Oh, man.
Fucking a little bit of everybody's.
I'm going to title this episode Golden Mojo Entertainment.
Yeah, that's essentially what it became at this point.
Sorry, man. The coughs are bad. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. The month of January, getting out of the holidays. Logan's getting snowed on. Golden Jay's getting the year put together. The Pair of Unity has been, they released their day, which is October 25th this year. I'm texting with Brian Greer, as we talked about trying to figure out when the Freak Out of the Fowler is.
Nice.
Super excited. We want to go do that this year. Hopefully it falls into exactly what we want to, exact date that we can get there. I'm still trying to figure out Pair of Unity's on the 25th of October, and I might have a wedding I'm DJing. So it might be just the girls if they decide they want to go.
Yeah.
They have to let me know for sure. But, nothing like going to the convo. And then, we're just kind of looking around at some other ones. So maybe we can figure something else out. And, of course, September, the big wedding.
Yep. I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be there. I'll be there. I think Kayla's going to be there. Is that right?
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Maybe we'll get a Frankie Vegas.
Fingers crossed. You never
talk
know.
about it.
Don't jinx it.
We'll see.
Don't jinx it.
We'll see.
I'm just going to say that it might be highly likely that there'll be a Frankie Vegas there.
That would be fucking fantastic. I'd squeeze that man in person.
There you go. Play with his beard.
Yeah.
just don't mind the smell. It's fine.
That's fine. It smells the best part.
What else we got going on? Just the 200th episodes coming up.
Yeah.
It's just so much.
Wild.
Would you ever figure that we'd reach 200 episodes?
200. Just trucking on through.
Oh my goodness. It's insane. It's insane. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We've bent your ear for quite a while now, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Other Side. Like I said, go check out their website, UnitedStatesParanormal.com. Check out all the merch. We're talking. We were talking prior to hitting the record button about some new stuff. I got a couple ideas of my own that I wanna keep working on, and so keep an eye out for that. I am going to start taking down some of the older stuff. Keep it. It's still going to be in the backlogs, but we need to kind of size that down a little bit because it's a really, really big page. So,
and then there's tons of new items that we can get into that they didn't have when we started. Right now, I've been drinking out of my own beer koozies.
Yep.
That they make on that side, so we make beer koozies, and then they got custom fucking pillows and all sorts of wild shit that you can do nowadays. So.
Yep. So if there's something you guys think about this, if there's something you guys would always wanted, pick the logo that you want. Pick the logo you want and the item you want. Give me a call. I will get it put together and have it put up on the web store.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
You can order it from there. If there's something you're after, maybe you wanted a notebook. Maybe you wanted a pillow. Maybe you wanted I don't know. A coffee mug. I have no idea what you
We can make underwear. It's a thing. I've done it on my new site. It's out there.
It's there. You just got to let us know. The United States Paranormal at gmail.com.
This episode has been a doozy for me with fucking music getting stuck in my head because we've talked about Cry Little Sister. It's up there. We talked about The Never Ending Story. So, of course, I have Turn Around. Look at what you see.
Wow.
Cannot wait for that episode of Golden 80s.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. I'll listen to J-Dub talk about how she was traumatized watching a horse drown in the mud.
Man, listen, I've sat through episodes where she has actually cried.
Yeah?
Because something has come up.
Oh, no. Well, we talked about in her interview with me, we talked about her horse and everything, and she got really upset. So she's big into horses. Another fucking
she loves horses.
Another song that's stuck up there is fucking Girls Just Want to Have Fun from fucking the Goonies when they're up there.
Good Enough. Good Enough.
Oh, yeah. That is
Goonies are good enough. I'd sing more for you, but my fucking I'm all plugged up and I sound like shit.
Fantastic movies. Fucking Colton with his hot fucking takes.
You like what you like, and
Goonies,
just because he's wrong doesn't mean that he's wrong.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, there you go. All right, man, get us out of here.
All right, folks. Everybody is scared of what happens when they die, but we learned a few important tips about dying tonight.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're wearing pants. Make sure said pants are full to the brim with
cocaine.
Pure grade cocaine. And do not fucking die in a park selling stereo equipment.
That's true.
But aside that, when you're fully pantsed and full to the brim with cocaine, meet us, Golden J and Logan, on the other side. We'll be waiting. Hopefully with our pants on.
Hopefully.
No promises.
If you see us and we both are de-pantsed, just go the other way.
Just walk away. It's fine. Fine. But
we
regardless, we'll still be there on the other side, waiting for you.
Later.
Turn around. Look at what you see in her face. The mirror of your dream. I can't do it. I can't hit those notes, dog. I fucking lost that years ago.
I love it. Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/TUSOP.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And If you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.